Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. If you are watching our channel for the first time, allow me to request you to subscribe. Please give us that support. We really need it to grow as a family. Turn on the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you whenever we release a video. I will not forget to ask you to give this particular video a thumbs up and help us share videos. To all those who support us, who share videos, our subscribers, allow me also in the same breath to thank you in a very special way. Ladies and gentlemen, recently, William Ruto ordered the Cabinet Secretary in the Ministry of Lands, Alice Wahome, to revert all public land to their ownership. And this land issue is going to backfire on William Samoei Ruto. You saw the other day how the same Alice Wahome was locked in one of the controversial lands where two people were claiming ownership. Margaret Wanjiru the other day was crying foul that this is a government that they helped. She campaigned for it, but now she feels that Ruto is mistreating her. Ruto himself has got a history, a negative history with land in the court of public opinion. You know, politics is about perception. How do people perceive you? This is the reason why many companies, invest in PR, public relations. How do people perceive you? Apparently, there is this land that is hot potato and it must be addressed amicably. There is this parcel of land in Naivasha where some squatters, hustlers, who William Ruto campaigned and promised that he would look into their affairs. They're claiming that that is their land. But it is now William Ruto against them because William Ruto also claims ownership. At some point, the policemen were sent when I think some goons wanted, we have labeled them goons, that they wanted to occupy that space because they believe it is his land, and they had set a precedent that when Uhuru, they claim the father of Uhuru, took a lot of land from innocent people, they sent goons. So it has been the norm that whenever you feel aggrieved about land issues, you simply send goons. Now, in the middle of the controversy, the member of parliament for Naivasha, Jane Kihara, convened a meeting, and I thought that she was going to try and resolve the stalemate between the president and the people. But if you listen to Jane Kihara, she's only but reading a riot act to innocent people who have got no capacity to fight the president. I want you to listen to Jane Kihara and tell me in your own judgment whether this is a neutral arbiter who can help her constituents who elected her to power.
Tunaweza kataza Kipkulei kuuzia rais shamba? Tunaweza? Shamba ya Kipkulei tumeelezwa ni yake halali, akitaka kuuza si auzie yule anataka. Ndio nimekuja hapa, ndio kama kuna shamba ambaye ya mtu hapa rais amechukua, aje hapa nimpeleke kwa rais. Ndio amwambie, Mheshimiwa Rais, ulichukua shamba yangu. Kwa sababu shamba ya Kipkulei kama ni hiyo tulifuatilia na Mheshimiwa Gadhareki wakati ule mwingine, na nilijua hiyo maneno yote. Hata huyo mzee nikatafuta namba yake na nikakwambia unipe namba yake nimpigie. Siku hiyo sikuwa najua ako na shida ya pesa, ni mzee na ni mgonjwa na anataka kuuza shamba. Na ndio niligundua hiyo. Lakini mumelemea tu hapa kwa MCA na hamtaki kuja kudhibitisha maneno ama kusaidiwa. Kwa hivyo ile tunaona ni uongo. Na huo uongo umekuwa mbaya. Ate naona mtu kwa hiyo karuninga akisema kama Ruto ako na shamba hapa, anje ameuma title deed na meno. Surely you have no respect for the president. Unakuja kuchochea watu ati ndio wakasirike wamenyang'anywa shamba.
On this land issue, Honorable Philip Kisia, who was the former member, he was a former mayor in Nairobi, had to say this, that rumors about the president getting disputed land worries me, as it could harm his integrity. Whether legal or not, acquiring contested property isn't right. He is already blessed with plenty of land. As a man of God, I urge him to consider settling people on behalf of it. Then on the same breath, Kabando wa Kabando, the former member of Bukurieni constituency, rebutted and he said this: is the land not listed in the Ndungu land report? If Ruto wants to earn respect, he must tame his Mobutu Sese Seko appetite for material occultism. A president whose biggest occupation and achievement is how many acres he grabs per minute is a national risk. Now, if you listen to those leaders, you'll realize that they are concerned that William Ruto will lose his integrity, in as much as he ordered that public land goes back to the public. He is also struggling to explain whether he's got the right land. You see, people, as I said, it is perception. People are already talking about Western Hotel, the Royal land, and now this one. And if you ask me, the people who are advising the president is not advising correctly. For example, Jen Kihara goes there and starts asking, if you know that the president took your land, come in front, I'll take you to the president. That is intimidation. So this is a fight between David and Goliath. And the people don't stand a chance unless they approach a court of justice and they get a fearless judge who will look at the documentation and the history and give it to the rightful owners. The land issue is never a political issue. It is something that must be resolved legally by looking at documents and history and all this. So when Jane Kihara goes there, and I know she had a team of prominent people with security, of course, as a member of parliament and in luxurious vehicles, and she stands there and already with a formed opinion, asking people, Unaribia President Gina, you have got no respect. I mean, I know the presidency, that office must be respected, and the person must also be respected. But when it comes to land issues, it's never, an intimidation of who this is the president. We are looking at the rightful owner, and I don't think this member of parliament went there to help her constituents. She went there to protect the president, and I know with the knowledge of the president, she might have been sent. But ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something why I believe William Ruto is on the wrong path on this. He is a national leader, and the hustlers whom they are now trying to struggle to determine whose ownership is the land. I mean, if I were William Ruto, I would send maybe lawyers. They would have presented a title deed, because Jane Kihara there is telling us to liangalia, yet she didn't come there, she didn't go there with a valid title deed. And she's claiming that someone has said that if William Ruto feels that he's got land, he should come ameuma title deed kwa meno. I mean, that is it. Even if kuuma meno was disrespectful, kuuma title deed kwa meno, what that person simply meant was William Ruto should present a valid title deed. And I'm saying that William Ruto is a national leader enjoying security. He can influence. The other day there was a report that these cases, the ownership of land are being changed at Ardhi House. So as a national leader, William Ruto should not allow this to escalate to this extent. There is a way he can resolve it. He's already blessed with enormous land, and he promised the hustlers that he would take care of them. I mean, why can't he take that opportunity and settle them? I'm sure he loses nothing. It is like having billions of shillings and you've got some beggars around and you take just a million to give them. It's a drop in an ocean. And I know people have been saying that William Ruto is only but doing what his other predecessors, undertook, like Kenyatta family, Kibaki, Uhuru, and I've heard this rumor. I've got no evidence that those in before him grabbed land. But William Ruto came on a platform of change. He should try and change those bad things that he's been complaining about. And number three, William Ruto says he's a Christian. We cannot only be Christians when we invite Ben Hinn and we are praying for rain. I mean, we should also showcase this by donating land. Why the controversy until it reaches such a level? I don't think it is right. And if I were in his shoes, I would donate this land. And he already knows that his name does not feature positively when it comes to land issues. So, ladies and gentlemen, I feel these people are being intimidated. I don't know whether they can get a good lawyer. And I'm not saying that this is their land. I'm just looking for a proper way of scrutinizing this and having a permanent solution. And last but not least, the Ndungu report. For those who have followed my analysis when I look at land issues, Ndungu report and the historical injustices must be looked at. And William Ruto has got the authority to open the Ndungu report. This is what Kabando is saying. So that we see who stole which land. I mean, we should not be pretending to be solving land issues politically using goons. And we are sitting on a time bomb. One day, it will really backfire on us, ladies and gentlemen. This Ndungu report must be open and we must read it if we have to move forward as a nation.